I welcome you all to another episode of Ayurveda Preachings. Today's topic being Ama. Ama is nothing but indigestion. Apakva Anna Rasa itself is Ama. Nirukti. Amyate Gamyate Pakvadyartam iti Ama. The outcome of improper digestion is Ama. Ishad amyate pachyate amyate iti ama. Little or partial digestion of food is ama. Amyate pidayate sroto samoho anena iti ama. The factor which causes discomfort to sroto samoha or sharira or body is ama. Definition. ऊष्मणो अल्पबलत्वेन धातुम् आद्यम् अपचितं दुष्टम् आमाशयं गतं रसम् आम प्रचक्षते. This quotation is taken from Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana, 13th chapter, 25th quotation. Ushmano, as the Pitta dosha is having the Ushma guna, and due to Alpa Balatvena of the Pitta dosha, the Ushma guna is reduced and hence Pachana Kriya does not take place. If it takes place, Apakva Anna Rasa is formed, which is not capable of nourishing Rasadi Dhatus. Dushtam Amashayam Gatam Rasam Amam Prachakshate. Due to the Dushta Agni, Dushita Agni present in Amashaya, Rasadi Dhatu is not being nourished due to the Apakva Annarasa formed, and that Apakva Annarasa itself is Ama. Next quotation is taken from Charaka Chikitsa Sthana, 15th chapter, Grahani Chikitsa, 44th quotation. Dushayat agnihi sadushto annam na tat pachati lagvapi apachyamanam shuktatvam yatya annam visharupatam. Due to the Agni Dushti, that Dushita Agni is not capable of digesting even Lagu Ahara. Lagvapi na tat pachati. It is not even capable of digesting Lagu Ahara. Hence, Dushita Annarasa, Dushta Apakva Annarasa is being formed due to Dushta Kayagni. And hence, that Apachyamanam, that Apakva Annarasa causes Shuktatvam. Shuktatvam is nothing but Amlata. It increases the Amlatva guna of that Apakva Annarasa, Yatya Annam Visharupatam. And if it persists for long, it takes the form of Visharupa. It is toxic to the body. That Apakva Annarasa, which is having increased Amlatva, becomes toxic to the body. The next quotation is taken from Madhava Nidana, the Madhukosha's commentary. Amashayasto kayagne dorbalyad avipachitah adya ahara dhaturyah sa ama iti kirtitah. Amashayasto kayagne, the kayagni which is present in Amashaya, the Agni which is present in Amashaya has lost its strength. Dorbalyad avipachitah. It is not capable of digesting the ahara which is taken, and hence ahara is not being digested, or if it partially digests, the Apakva Annarasa is not capable of nourishing the Rasadi Dhatus, and hence that Apakva Annarasa itself is Ama. It is named as Ama. Amam Annarasam Kechit केचित् मलसञ्चयम् प्रथमं दोषं दुष्टं च केचिद् आमं प्रचक्षते. He also explains the ama which is formed as the apakva annarasa is only a little contribution to the ama. The rest of the contribution is done by the malasanchaya, because when pitta dosha has lost its strength, hence Ushma Guna is reduced. That Ushma Guna is not only present in Jataragni, it is also present in Dhatavagni, and hence Uttarottara Dhatu Poshana does not take place because of Dushita Dhatavagni. And hence Malasanchaya takes place. Due to the Malasanchaya and the Apakva Annarasa which is present, it is first formed because of Dosha Dushti, that is Pitta Dosha Dushti takes place, and Prakupita Vata leads to Malasanchaya. First the doshas are involved and then the Dushya, Malasanchaya is the Dushya. These two put together forms the ama, and hence dosha dushya sammurchana is ama. Ama guna, the qualities of ama or apakva annarasa. Avipakvam, asayuktam, durgandam, bahupichilam. These are the 4 gunas of ama, that is avipakvam. Annarasa is in avipakva form, it is not at all digested completely. Asayuktam, it is not sathmya to the body, it is not compatible for the body. It produces foul smell, putrefaction takes place, and hence foul smell is produced. Its texture is very slimy, and hence it is bahupichilam. All these qualities of ama leads to sadhana. Here sadhanam means weakness or destroying. What? Sadhanam Sarvagatranam. Sarvagatranam is the sharira, weakness for the body or weakness to the body, or it destroys the dhatus. Sarvagatranam can also be considered as dhatus, and hence it destroys the dhatus by not nourishing them. That is ama. Then what is the cause of this ama? Ama nidana. Aharasya rasaha shesho yo na pakvo agni lagavat samulam sarvaroganam ama ityabhidiyate. Due to the lagu ahara which is not being digested, even if the lagu ahara is being consumed, the Agni, Jataragni, is not capable of digesting that lagu ahara, and hence rasadi dhatus are not being nourished, and hence it causes the moola for all the diseases. Because you have already learnt, apakva annarasa causes shuktatva, shuktatva leads to visharupata, toxins when accumulated in body causes all types of diseases in the body, and hence ama hi moolam sarvaroganam ama ityabhidiyate. That itself is being quoted in Madhava Nidana. Ama samprapti, etiopathogenesis of ama. You might have remembered one quotation which I quoted in my previous episode about Agni. That quotation goes as Sadushto annam na tat pachyati laguapi apachyamanam shuktatvam yati annam visharupatam. Sadushta Agni, the Agni which is Dushita, is not capable of digesting the lagu ahara which is consumed. Hence, apakva annarasa which is formed causes shuktatva. Shuktatva is amlatva, and hence that amlatva, if it accumulates or if it increases, if it stays in the body, it causes visharupata. It takes the form of toxic substance. Yatya annam yathannamapi teneva agninam pakvam amrutatam yati apakvam cha vishatam. That means if the anna which is consumed, the Agni is capable of digesting that anna, ahara rasa is completely formed, which is equivalent to amrita. That means it is so beneficial to the body because it nourishes the rasadi dhatu, rasa, rakta, mamsa, medha, asti, majja, shukra, and lastly the ojas. All these are formed in uttarottara dhatu poshana way, and hence it is pakva anna rasa is said to be amrita. It is metaphorized with amrita. If that Agni is not capable of producing pakva anna rasa, it forms apakva anna rasa. This apakva anna rasa leads to visharupatam, leads to toxicity. You can see in the slide, it depicts undigested food material is because of mandagni, then apakva ahara rasa is formed, and if it is left as it is and not transported to the next phase, it causes shuktatva, that is amlatva happens. Then that causes amarasa formation. That amarasa, if it combines with prakupita doshas to cause diseases, then it is amadosha. That amadosha acquires toxicity, getting more shuktatva, and hence finally that amadosha becomes concentrated and leads to amavisha formation. Ama Swarupa. It is most similar to the Amaguna. The undigested Annarasa will have Dravata, that is fluid quality. That fluid quality leads to the attainment of Gurutva and Snigdatva. Heaviness and Snigdatva is unctuousness. Due to the Gurutva and Snigdatva, Pichilatva increases, the viscosity or the sliminess increases of the Apakva Annarasa. Further, if it stays in the body, Tanumayata increases. Tantumayata here refers to the thread-like appearance. When you know that Apakva Annarasa, after it gains the Pichilatva, Tantumaya Guna is the next stage where increased viscosity leads to Tantumaya. Thread-like appearance happens in the Apakva Annarasa, and that Tantumayata Annarasa does not undergo further transformation and remains Apakva. That undigested and asamyukta, which is not acceptable by the body in any form, further increases and putrefaction takes place, leading to Daurgandhya, and that putrefaction continues to attain Abhishyanda, that is Mutra Rupa, and that Srava happens in the Sharira Sanchara. It secretes, it releases various secretions. That Abhishyanda Annarasa leads to Srava in the Sharira, leading to combination with avayava, leading to combination with different organs or different dhatus in the body and doshas, and leading to srotoroda. Once the srotases are blocked, it leads to vyadhi. I can take a very good example of jwara here. Once apakva annarasa is formed, it blocks the rasadi dhatu poshana, and hence rasadhatu itself is not getting poshita. Once the rasadhatu itself is not getting poshita, it is because of the srotoroda rasadhatu is not getting poshana, and hence what happens, this amarasa, which is having all the dosha gunas, all the dushtikara gunas, it will go and lodge itself beneath the skin, which is already having vitiated pitta and is carried by vitiated vata, and in the twacha, the brajaka and dranjaka pitta are present, leads to pitta prakopa. Once pitta prakopa takes place, it leads to ushmano vriddhi, and hence santapa. Santapa is the pratyatma lakshana of jwara, and jwara being the primordial disease, it leads to all sorts of diseases if left untreated, and that is being best explained with the help of ama, and hence undigested annarasa possessing odor with high viscosity causes Ghatra Shaitilyata, and that is ama. It first leads to dosha dushti, then dhatu pradosha, and then it combines with other factors or elements, that is mala, and circulates in srotas, and it causes rotodushti, and manifestation of vyadi takes place. Ama can either takes place in bhutagni or in jataragni level or in dhatavagni level. Due to the dhatavagni level, ama is produced, leading to malasanchaya, and first the dosha dushti takes place, and hence ama is aptly said as dosha dushya samurchana. Coming to general features of ama. Samanya lakshanas or samanya gunas of ama: srotoroda, balabramsha, gaurava, anilamudata, alasya, apakti, nishtiva, malasanga, aruchi, klamaha. Srotoroda, the ama which forms, the apakva annarasa which is formed, causes the blockage of srotas. Srotoroda, because of its pichilatva, it causes srotoroda. Balabramsha, it leads to strength loss. Gauravata leads to laziness, letharginess due to that pichilatva guna, and gurutva guna, it leads to letharginess. Anila mudata, it leads to vitiation of anila. And then alasya, again it is laziness. Alasya can also be considered as anutsaha or karya pradversha, and then apaktim, that which is ama, which is apakva annarasa, causes nishtiva. Nishtiva is spitting. Excessive praseka takes place when there is ama formation. Praseka is excessive salivation. Excessive salivation leads to discomfort, and hence spitting is naturally seen in persons suffering from ama. Malasanga. Malasanga is nothing but he is not able to expel the malas, it is accumulating and accumulating in the body. Aruchi is anorexia, and klama is a type of pain. Then, what are this ama capable of doing? To how extent the ama is capable of producing, a very fearsome stage of itself. They are of two types, that is alasaka and visuchika. Alasaka is the food is not being digested properly, and that apakva annarasa is being lodged in between amashaya and pakvashaya. It is neither expelled through the upward route, that is the oral route, nor through the adho route, adhobhaga, that is the rectal route. It stays lodged there, causing severe pain, and the only way to treat alasaka is to do langhana, is to do fasting. Then what is this visuchika? This visuchika is nothing but that ama which is present in body causes pricking pain as though the patient is being pricked with needles. Such a type of pain happens to the patient who is suffering from prolonged ama, and that the only treatment lies with the cauterization of the heels of the patient suffering from visuchika. Thank you. To some extent, I am capable, or I think I was capable of reaching you to explain all the aspects of ama, and I hope you have taken the most of the benefit from this episode. These are not the only parameters of ama. Ama's parameters with respect to doshas and dushyas are even more pending, which will be discussed in our later sessions. Hope I make another video about the related topics of ama in the coming days. Thank you.